Hey guys, Ryan here for Bender Wins. Hope everyone's doing well today. Here with your daily free picks for Sunday. All right, guys, so we have a big day coming up on Sunday. Before I get into it, I'd be remiss if I did not mention that today's video is brought to you by betopenly.com, the world's first peer-to-peer sports betting site. On there on Saturday, guys, probably the busiest Saturday I've ever seen on there. Lots of volume, lots of value. So check them out. All right, guys. We got yesterday's video up a little bit early, so I can get a chance to do a recap. On Friday, we went 2-0 on the free picks. So first off, I'll talk about Texas Tech and Troy. We ended up taking Troy under, pretty easy win on that one. I said that again. I wasn't sure what all the betting is going to do to a team total. I think it got down to like 52. We got at 54. It eventually got bet down to 52. And I said there was value all the way down to 51.5. And yeah, that turned out to be true. Would have covered at 51.5 anyways. And then more importantly, guys, yesterday we got the 2-unit win in the under in one of the most bizarre football games I think I've ever seen in my entire life. Today in the clear of the day, everyone's had a night to think about it. There's a lot of hypothesis about why the coach would do what he did, and I don't know. I still can't figure it out. Like, so many of you guys messaged me. Like, my phone blew up yesterday. I was watching the game. My phone blew up, and all the same question: why? Why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? Okay, I get that there's no trust in the long snapper. My honest opinion, because I'm reading this a lot, I don't know if that long snapper just had the worst game in the history of worst games, or if it was intentional. Because, the way that he was snapping the ball was such ferocity. It's hard to think that, it wasn't intentional. And, I'm not a proponent of coming on this and, talking about how this is fixed and that's fixed. And there's enough of that on social media, right? And I really don't buy into it. But are there fixed games? Are there crooked players occasionally, especially in college? Yeah, there is, unfortunately. There is. And, I mentioned that I'll one day I'll talk about the point shaving that goes on in basketball. I can talk about specific examples of point shaving, how point shaving is orchestrated. So that's a topic for a different day. But long story short, guys, that was the weirdest quarter of football that I've ever seen in my entire life. 2 safeties, one intentional, which again, I don't get that decision. I really don't. I think punting the ball, even if you want to get your regular center to snap the ball, someone else snap the ball, I think that's still a better decision. I don't even mind going for it. Okay. The concept that you're going to go back and allow them to get within field goal, at 3 points, is ludicrous to me. The thought would never enter my mind in a million years. Now, we're not saying that college football is the best coach sport on earth, but it was a weird decision. So anyways, guys, look, we got the win. I don't know. It looked like we were going to lose at the end. That game gets tied up. It goes to overtime. In all likelihood, we're losing. So thank God, the gambling god smiled upon us and he shanked that field goal wide left. Or in all honesty, I probably would have spent, my entire day shopping for new TVs. And as I said to someone yesterday, I got a lot of TVs, so that wouldn't be fun. But that was the weirdest game ever. And we'll leave it at that. Weirdest game ever. Okay. Weirdest quarter ever anyway. So I've seen weirder games. All right. So here's the situation here, guys. I have 3 free picks today. 3 free picks. I have 6 additional plays in Masterclass. Okay. Really quickly. I should talk about today's picks, actually. Today, in terms of Saturday. I'm filming this video on Saturday. We went 2-2. Okay, we went 2-2. Should have been a nice 3-1 day. Navy, we got the win there. Easy win in Navy. I told you guys, at 48, It was a 2-unit play. I did manage to get 2 units down on it. I had 49 and 48.5. And I just didn't like it crossing below that, that key number, that 48 again. But, I probably should have stuck to my guns and stuck with a 2-unit play. By the end of the day, I stand behind my decision that we lost value and, there just wasn't enough value to support a 2-unit play. Got the easy win in the Rutgers Penn game. Kansas State, Texas, we got the easy loss in that one. I mean, that was see you later. Good night. And then the difference, we should have been 3-1. We were 2-2. I mean, you see how thin sometimes in sports betting that the smallest little thing, a difference between having a nice 3-1 day, coming off a 2-0 day before, to a 2-2 day where we've actually lost a bit of juice. And that is Leeds. We had Leeds plus 1.5. They got out to a 1-0 lead. Leeds out to the lead, got out to a 1-0 lead early in the game, thinking, okay, that's great in soccer. Let's hold on here. Even if they come back, give up a couple goals, we still got that locked down. And they end up giving up 3 goals. But the last one, guys, in the 93rd minute, like a minute left to go in the game, bit of a heartbreaker. But it is what it is. So, So that's the recap for the last 2 days. Okay, so let's talk about today, guys. Again, I mentioned 3 free picks. I have an additional 6 plays in Masterclass. Here's the breakdown. I have 2 football plays for you guys. I have 1 college play, which, again, we're going to call it a little experimental play, and I'll explain that for you guys. And in Masterclass, I have 1 soccer play, 4 football plays, and a college basketball play. So we have a buffet of plays here today, all you can eat. All right, so before I get into this, guys, I do want to talk about something here. Had this channel now a little over a year, maybe like 16 months now, I think, something like that. In that time, guys, we've had 1 3-unit play. Okay, you guys know we've been watching for a while. I give out 1-unit plays and I give out 2-unit plays. Once I gave out a 3-unit play, it did manage to win for us, and I can tell you guys now. I'm going to have 2 3-unit plays within the next few weeks, okay? One of them being today. I have another one on my calendar. It's going to be an automatic. Know it already, okay? I know that sounds great for a 3-unit play. It's going to be an automatic. But I have one today, guys. The second 3-unit play that I have given out in, 15 months, right? 16 months, actually. Now we're in December. Okay, so again, though, before I get into that, guys, and don't fast forward through this part, please. Before I get into that, I do have to emphasize, okay? I have to emphasize because I did this last time when I gave out the 3-unit pick, and I still had people messaging me afterwards, even though we won. We won. That was great. I had people messaging me about they doubled their account. I said, well, no. There's no situation where you should ever double your account, okay? And that concerns me and it worries me. Look, I could come out here, guys. I could lie to you guys. It'd be like, hey, you know what? It's a 2-unit play. And then I don't have to worry about all this. But I think you guys, you know what? You're adults. You make your own decisions. I'm telling you straight up, it's a 3-unit play. But I've been doing this long enough, guys, in terms of professional sports bettor. You cannot bet over 5% of your account on any play, regardless what it is, okay? I mean, short of someone offering you a bet that the sun will rise tomorrow, you can't do it. You cannot bet over 5%. So here's the situation. If you are, if you're a 2% bettor, if you're betting 2% of your account on every single game, what would a 2-unit play be? It'd be 4%, right? What will a 3-unit play be? 5%. You will not go to 6%. It is 5%. Now, if you're an aggressive sports bettor, recreational, you're betting 5% of your bankroll on every play. This is a 5% play. It does not increase, okay? Where you see a full 3-unit play is someone who's betting 1% of their account or someone that's betting 1.5% of their account. That is where you would see a true 3-unit play, where a 1% bettor will now be betting 3%, where a 1.5% bettor will now be betting 4.5%. But again, trust me when I tell you guys this, I've been doing this long enough that you cannot go outside that bankroll management. That is like a firm ceiling. You never go above it, okay? So with that being said, guys, let's talk about that. And then I got 2 other plays for you guys. Okay, we're going to be talking about Indy and Houston in this game, guys. Indy and Houston, okay? Let's talk about a team in Indianapolis that continues to get no respect. And I mean like no respect, okay? What we saw last week, guys, is, and I had the Titans money line last week. I like the Titans over Indy last week. I really do. Why? They match up so well against Indy. And yet Indy beat them in the first go round, but they matched up so well, and Henry's ability to run that ball dictated that game. Now, if you guys watched that game, which I did start to finish, okay? I watched that game start to finish, sat around the fire with my family and watched some football, and it was fun. What you saw was an Indy team get outside their element, okay? They got outside their element. They got down early in the game, and they started trying to force plays. They got away from their game. Now, towards the end, they started to get back in their game. They started to perform again. But what we saw last week was a team in Indy getting away from their game plan, and we saw another team in Tennessee take advantage of that, okay? And Henry ran the ball down their throats. Henry ran the ball down their throat, and when he wasn't running it down the throat, he was doing a hell of a job selling play action. They were completing easy first downs because of it, okay? Houston does not have the ability to do that, okay? Houston does not have the ability to do that. This, guys, is a major mismatch in every way, shape, and form, okay? Now, let's have a look at, these matchups again, guys. People right away, when I talk about no one giving any respect to Indy, people forget, okay, yeah, they just lost to the Titans. The Titans executed a better game plan. They did, a better game plan. They got some turnovers, better game plan. The 2 weeks prior to that, what did Indy do? Okay, they beat the Packers. Tough to do, right? And they beat the Titans. Also tough to do. Now the Titans adjusted, they came back, and they won in the rematch. But this is a very, very solid team. Now, why is Houston only a 3-point dog in this game? They won last week in convincing fashion against really a leaderless Detroit. We saw that in terms of what management's decision was after that game, didn't we? But again, they put up 41 against a broken Detroit team. But what else did they do in that game? They gave up 25 to a team in Detroit that's, very iffy. Very iffy. And that, to me, guys, above and beyond the power ratings, which when we talk about, how dominant teams are, that's really what we're talking about, is we're talking about power ratings, okay? Houston matches up well against certain teams and certain situations in the past. And you guys have seen this. I've given a little bump to Houston in terms of, how much value I put in them. Not in this position, guys. Not against the proper defense, okay? And that is the major difference in this game. These offenses, guys, somewhat comparable. They're different in how they execute. They're certainly different in how they execute. But the defense, guys, is the major difference in this game, okay? Let's take a look quickly at a weakness of Indianapolis on their offense. What if we had to identify a real weakness on Indianapolis offense? What would that weakness be? Converting on third downs. They have trouble converting on third downs. Okay, they have a good offense, middle of the pack, actually, a little bit better than middle of the pack. But where they really suffer is converting on the third downs. Now, what better team, when you're struggling to get third down conversions, would you like to go up against than the 28th ranked third down conversion team on their defense in terms of Houston? Almost 50% they allow, which you couple that. Okay, the fact that Indy will be able to put up some offense in this game. I don't think we're questioning that. You couple that with the fact that Indy's defense is capable of limiting this Houston offense. And to me, this line is way off. Okay, so for that reason, guys, this is going to be a 3-unit play. Here is going to be our breakdown and distribution. Okay, we are going to bet 2 units, money line, minus 165. And we are going to bet 1 unit minus 3. Okay, so again, guys, 2 units money line minus 165, 1 unit minus 3 Indianapolis Colts. Okay, again, there's so many reasons why I like this game. Obviously, the entire world has to line up for it to be a 3-unit play, and I like this. But again, guys, what are we going to do? Okay, what are we going to do? We're going to practice we're going to practice our best bankroll management, because I'll tell you the reality of the situation, okay? Look, my picks, guys, I throw my picks out. What do I tell you? 54 to 56%. That is my goal. Okay, what is my goal for 2-unit plays? You guys know it? I've said it before. It's around 60%. Okay, if I can hit 60%, I think right now I'm like 58, 59%. Little bit below where I want to be. Now, what would my goal for a 3-unit play be? Okay, what would it be? Like 80%? 70? No. We're talking 63 to 65%. Okay? That is the reality, but that is a significant advantage in sports betting. A significant advantage. And if there's any blackjack card counters out there, when you start to get a big house edge, you got to push a little bit. Okay? But you got to look at the big picture. And that is why, guys, I'm apprehensive about doing these 3-unit plays. Bankroll management, please. Okay, so that's enough of that. 2 more plays, guys. Next one, again, NFL, Detroit and Chicago, under 45. Okay, Detroit, Chicago, under 45. 5 system indicators, 1 steam play, 1 reverse line move in this game. So we like under 45 in this one. Okay, I just want to talk really, really quickly about the side in this. I understand the argument for both sides. There's arguments for both sides. I did hear, and I remiss that I didn't write it down, but I heard a really amazing statistic came out of Ralph Michaels, and he had talked about interim teams coming in as road dogs and stuff, or interim coaches, right? Interim coaches coming in road dogs and something along those lines. And I can't quote you, but I know that they had a terrible record. But as well, I don't have a lot of love for Chicago. And for whatever reason, this matchup, this Detroit-Chicago matchup, seems to have everyone's attention. They seem to be fixed on it. I'm not touching that game with a 10-foot pole. But I just want to let you know, there's a lot of love for Detroit, a lot of love, not a lot of love for Chicago right now. Which sometimes weird things happen when that's the case, right? All right. Okay, last play here, guys. And this is why I talk about this one being... we'll call it experimental, because last time I tried this, it didn't work out. We won, but it didn't work out in terms of what happened to the line. Okay, I'm going to give you guys another write-in game. They're thin volume games, and if it doesn't work out this time, in terms of this line just takes off again, I might not be able to do write-in plays for the free picks. Okay, so this particular game, guys. We are looking at Grambling, Texas Tech, to go under 132.5. Under 132.5, Grambling, Texas Tech. The problem here, guys, with this game, these are games, not a lot of people bet them. They're thinly bet games. I think at the time of me posting, at least online, there's been under 300 bets on the game. It's very, very small amount of action. And all of a sudden you get a few thousand people saying, I like the under. What does Vegas do? I told you guys, Vegas is like a scared raccoon when you flip the lights on. They scatter. They're like, oh my God, people are betting the under. We screwed up, and they blast that line down. And that's the unfortunate issue. But we will try to do that. We'll get it in, and we'll see what happens. Here's the deal. Okay. There is enough. I picked this game to give it because I feel like there's enough value in this game. Where we can continue to bet it even though the line does go down. But again, if it starts to move more than a few points, guys, we have to start considering going to 3/4 of a unit, half a unit, etc., etc. Okay, so look, this video got away from me. It's a longer video, almost 20 minutes long. So I do apologize for taking up all your time on Saturday night, guys. But I think some important messages here today. And that's it. So thank you guys very much. Please, guys, please, okay? There is no such thing as a lock in sports betting. There's no such thing as a lock in life. So at the end of the day, yes, we have a 3-unit play. Yes, we have an advantage, but you can expect to lose those into the 30% range, 35, 37%. Okay, so let us practice good bankroll management and not end up, in a bad situation come Monday. All right, guys, so thank you very much. And as always, guys, have a very lucky day.